Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is looking at a person as their dream come true, as their Nine of Cups, their wish fulfillment. And this Queen of Cups is generally like a loving energy. It could be somebody who's seen as beloved or like a sweetheart. So it feels to me like this is about to happen. Somebody wanting to communicate what they feel or what they envision in terms of a future with you. So, this is likely a new love reading, but it could be somebody that has maybe known you for a while, but not wanted to be, um, rushing, telling you how they feel. So, let's see what else we've got. We'll call in spirit with a little bit of Uchensen. And happy Mother's Day to all of you out there that are mothers or perhaps about to be mothers. And I hope you all are enjoying your weekend. Hello, Bitchy Tata. What's going on? If you would like a personal reading, I'd love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And I've also recently added memberships. If you can't find the join button, it could be if you're on iPhone mobile. So I've added a link in the description box for that as well. Let's dive in. What are we going to start with? We'll start with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Hello, Miss Princess. How are you doing? What else do we have? Also, for the folks that are in the membership program at the stars or towers level, so those that have access to the live stream, that will be later this week. I'm thinking Thursday, so let me know what your thoughts are on that. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So we have a very forward-moving Nine of Pentacles energy. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress. That doesn't mean that you are female. It means that you are seen as very independent, somebody who has a lot of positive energy. You might light up the room when you walk in, for example. There's not a lot of like burdened energy here. So people see you as maybe quick to laugh or very funny, very engaging, perhaps very educated. And the Five of Cups being in the reverse is like the most important energy here, which normally I wouldn't feel. It's the fact that you're able to let things go. So you don't look for reasons to be offended. You don't look to start arguments. You may be able to finish them, but you're not going to start them. And you've been very focused on something in particular. I feel like this is about making sure that you are in the right mindset for romance before you dive into a relationship. And I also feel like you're a little bit picky, and I like that about you. You're not just looking for the title. You want to actually feel that companionship with someone. Hello, Upper Echelon. How are you doing? Do you mean for personal readings, Miss Princess? You would just want to email for that. Otherwise, I do have playlists, but let me know what else. Let me know what you ask or what you're asking for specifically. Hello, Key Controller. How's it going? We've got the Hermit in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Oh, you're a Nine of Pentacles. People think you are fly. People think you are hot. But like, sit down for a second. Let's talk about your preferences and your tastes and your standards. I think you have been selective as of late. I think you've been picky as of late. But do you kind of have a thing for the red flags? Are there times where people are like, but why though? Like, why that person? Hermit in the reverse tells me you may have been susceptible to not awesome influence from a community, or you might just have a thing for like the bad boys, the bad girls, the, I don't know, drama. There's something here where it's like, Yeah, I know I want like a healthy relationship, but like that one person now, oh my God. Hermit in the reverse is saying there's been just a little bit of a flaw in terms of how you choose the people that you pursue or get pursued by or get naked with. So there's a change in terms of how you are selecting or what your standards are. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you like the most enthusiastic of high fives because you figured it out. You're like, see, I can draw people in. People like me. Why do I keep ending up in situations where I'm like, this sucks? Now you know. And you're fixing it. That's the important thing. Hello, Samantha. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, Voyager. What's happening? Ooh, I hope you get to relax today, Key Controller. Oh, man. We got 2 of Pentacles and the Tower with the 4 of Wands in the reverse. I mean, don't shoot the messenger, but this is saying you have had a little bit of a history of having the wrong selection, falling in love where maybe you shouldn't, knowing that this maybe won't last forever, but hey, it sure feels great now. Tower. One too many times where you were like, why am I stuck with somebody that doesn't want to treat me right? Well, because you like blew right past that stop sign. The universe was like, no, not this one, not this one. And you're like, but I'm having a great time. You're not doing that anymore. 2 of Pentacles is clarifying the 9 of Pentacles. This is like, okay. I get it. I know I need to change some things. Page of Wands in the reverse. I'm not going to see things that aren't there anymore. I'm going to be honest with myself. What's actually down that road? Oh, probably something I don't want. Maybe I shouldn't go there, right? This is the dumbest analogy ever, but I'm going for it. When you approach like leaving an I don't know, like an apartment or Walgreens or grocery store, and there's like an like you have to like go around weird things or it's heavy traffic, and you have to choose between just trying to take a left-hand turn on a street where you have to match up with the traffic or going around the long way and getting to a light where it will tell you when you can go. This is like figuring that out, right? I made it more difficult for myself by not using the street light, having to wait. And then sometimes you get yourselves into kind of a tricky situation. You're like, you know what? I know what has been causing these issues. Is it me? You're not choosing the same type. I see somebody crossing off a type from their list of, things they like. I know what has been causing some struggles. I know what has been a bit problematic in terms of my love life. If I choose differently, if I have a different criteria, maybe things will go better. And I'm proud of you because it takes strength to call yourself out or to actually look within and see what you can do to make things different. It's a lot easier for people to blame other people. But here's the thing. That's so backwards about that. It's easy to blame other people so that you can say, I don't have to do anything. But what's the easiest way to actually have change in your life? Waiting for other people to do shit? Nah. When's that ever been the easiest? I mean, maybe you got like a little crack in the whip with somebody going on and they like to do what you say. Cool. That's great. But as far as making actual change, long sustaining, meaningful change in your life, you hold all those keys. You hold all those tools that you can leverage to improve your life. And it's called not hanging out with people that won't be good to you and updating your preferences on your dating profile. Some of you have been dealing with people who are real big on the facade, what they look like, their reputation, whether or not you think they have money, things that may not really matter as much. You may also have run into people who want to use you for your money. But it's that willingness to believe what other people are presenting to you as their character that got you Six of Swords in the reverse in a bad way. Settling, accepting less than you deserve. So, this new chapter, you're saying, I don't really want to go down that same path. I don't want to have the same experiences. I'm changing it up. I'm not going to look the other way when I see a red flag. I'm not going to ignore the stop signs. If it seems like something that is not right for me, then I'm going to say that. And I'm proud of you, because that's going to make a world of difference for you. So I feel like this is your mindset approaching meeting somebody. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Wands. Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's going to do something kind for you when you don't expect it. So this could be like you run into a stranger and, you know, they tell you, oh, hey, you dropped something. And there's like a 20 on the ground next to you as you're about to get back into your car after you like pumped gas or something. And they're like, you know, that's your money. And you're like, who are you, mister? You don't want to steal my $20 after I drive away. Whatever this is, it's somebody who does something nice for you. And you're like, but you didn't have to do that. It's like a little early indicator that this is somebody who is considerate and not just in it for themselves. They do something sweet and they don't have to. And it makes you question if maybe this is somebody that you could see a romance with. Ooh, I like this. And this person makes it clear that they're interested in you. So they may flirt, they may, you know, ask for the number. This could be a dating app thing, ask you out, whatever it is. There is movement, I think, from both sides in terms of maybe we should hang out, maybe we should, you know, whatever. Devil in the reverse implies this is somebody who's healed. They've been through things. They've learned some difficult lessons, just like you have. And they have put in the work. We have the Emperor over here, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Both of you have ambition or a sense of purpose, solid work ethic. So I feel like there's going to be very minimal risk for codependency because both of you are fairly independent. This Nine of Pentacles could apply to both of you. Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's something here where you feel like you can't do something or you haven't been able to do something you want and they enable you to. For some of you, this is so silly because it's like a bowling alley on this Ten of Cups. It's like there's some activity you want to do, but it requires two people or more than what you have. And they're like, oh, I would love to do that. This is a silly example, but I love the game euchre. I just can never find people who actually like want to play it. So for me, this would be like somebody who's like, yeah, no, we just need like, you know, one more person to join our euchre tournament. And I'd be like, oh my God, sign me up. Hold on, I need to practice to make sure I'm good enough. This is somebody who says something, they suggest something, and it's exactly what you want or exactly what you need. This is a very considerate person. They're going to kind of wow you in terms of how natural it is for them to think about what you need or what you would want. It's really nice. Ace of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who hesitates because they feel like they are getting emotional or starting to have feelings for you earlier on than they should. They do feel like that there's a really good chance you would end up in a relationship together, but they're nervous that it's just like a little bit too early to start saying like, I already got monogrammed towels, friends. They're daydreaming about the long term with you, but wanting to make sure that they find the right time to talk about those kinds of things because they don't want to like scare you off. They may not know how serious you are about a long-term relationship. You might still need to have some things kind of ironed out in conversation. Is that only a Minnesota or a UP Michigan thing, upper echelon? And truth be told, I didn't learn about euchre until I was in Iowa. What's up? Legal, court, paperwork, filed, pretending, fake, living beyond means. So when I said earlier, maybe you like, you know, bad girls, bad boys. I mean, we got the court here, so you might have dealt with some people who were, you know, struggling with legal issues or maybe even going through a divorce. But we also have a tendency to deal with people who want to look like they're doing better financially than they actually are, or someone who likes to brag about their situation. Took out my new car, it's so expensive. You know, you're not into that anymore. It looks very plastic and lame to you. So because you've changed this mindset, because you are more focused on what you really do want and you don't want to settle, there's been this period of silence, time for just you. And I think you've taken good advantage of that. Maybe you were writing, maybe you were dancing, maybe you got into CrossFit or yoga or something. But you've taken care of yourself to the point where you are this Nine of Pentacles. You are this very attractive single person, and you've been drawing in a soulmate, somebody who is not problematic like the people in your past. So this is somebody who, with family in the reverse, they may have had some issues regarding their inner circle, maybe a best friend or someone they're related to. Maybe they've had issues in terms of co-parenting, but there have been some financial struggles. And I feel like a lot of it is because of the people that they were tied to. What else? Realization, awareness, finding out, coming to light. Roller coaster and bounty hunter. So this is somebody who realizes before you do that they're going to fall in love or that they want this long-term relationship. And I do feel like there's a sense here that they have to be very focused. They don't want to risk losing you. So what do I have to do to make sure that you see that I'm serious without like scaring you off is kind of the energy. All right, this is the Tarot of the Nile. Hey, I'm just super appreciative that you know how to spell euchre. Hello, Jamie. How are you doing? Hello, Illuminati. What's happening? Hello, Dr. Emery. Oh, yeah, it's totally a unicorn. I just can't remember what I named him. Because I think I got him in Chicago. Would have been in like 2021, probably. Yeah, I think. All right, so we've got the Six of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Hanged Man. You enjoy getting to know this person, and there's still a little bit of caution. Like, I don't know if I should move quickly towards anything, because most of the time what I end up experiencing is if I get into a relationship, then I feel stuck. So I feel like you're dragging your feet and this other person is like, can we be committed yet? And you're like, commitment. I'm not saying you're a commitment foe. I'm just saying if one person was more likely to press the gas and another was more likely to press the brakes, you would be the brakes. You'd be like, maybe next week. Huh? Next week? Yeah, you busy then? Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Hello, Atala. How's your day? We've got 9 of Wands, the Sun, and the Star, with the 2 of Cups in the reverse. Look, the thing is, I appreciate very much so that you are not going to ever get again into a relationship that makes you feel like you've settled. But the universe is saying when it feels like you've actually found what you wanted, you got to be able to like recognize that. It's like you're so tired from running a marathon that you forget that once you cross that finish line, you can stop running, right? Don't run from the thing that you're actually looking for. Don't run from the relationship that you do want, because this is somebody who is enlightened. This is somebody who has gone through healing. They've been through tough times on their own and they want a partner. They want to take care of someone. But I feel like with this 2 of Cups in the reverse, I think you might be kind of, what's the right way to say this? Well, I mean, like tapping the brakes, right? Like, I just don't want to go that far and like fall in love without knowing that I'm like actually safe, right? But you want to be cautious because you might be sending out signals that you're not interested. This person's trying to figure out if they can, talk to you about what they feel. And if they get crickets, if they get a sense that you're not interested, that could be just a little bit problematic because I do think you're interested. Moon in the reverse and the 8 of Swords. Look, I think your discernment is on point. I think your intuition is good, but I think you might be just a little bit paranoid. With the moon in the reverse, it's like you're looking for somebody to have bad intentions because you're so used to that. But you're just blinded by the previous situations. All you have to do is take that blindfold out, right? We had the 8 of Swords come out over here. This person's going to do something nice, and I feel like it shakes you out of that determination to keep them at arm's length. You see that they really are considerate. It's not fake. It's not like I'm trying to prove to you that I'm a kind person so I can get what I want. You see that you've actually maybe misjudged this person. So we go from Hermit in the reverse to something happens. They demonstrate how much they actually care about you or that they are considerate of you. And all of a sudden now there's the stars in your eyes. You're like, oh, I was like being mean or like assuming the worst of you. And you're over there being like a sweetheart. I guess I'm going to have to like chill out a little bit. Yes, but don't be too harsh on yourself. You've been through a lot. I just don't want you to miss out on this beautiful love connection because you expect everyone to be a twat. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. 9 of Cups is your wish fulfillment, right? This is saying don't fight with somebody. Don't push someone out because you're so convinced everybody's like not good enough. When you see somebody who's good enough, you better like, watch the mood, watch the resistance. Because I do think that the knee-jerk reaction that you have is love, ew. Get away from me. This is the Love Oracle. Oops. Aren't we all? Obscurity, secrets, mystery, concealing. So I do think that there's something here that the person you're dealing with would like to know more about you. And it has something to do with your past where you might kind of consider yourself to have made a mistake, or it's not like your proudest moment, but it's the willingness that you have to share this part about you that really, I think, kind of tips the scales for this person, because they start to see that you are a complete person. You've got the like charming elements, the, things about your personality or maybe like your physicality that they're really attracted to, but you're human and they relate to you on, I think, a very deep level. So don't be afraid to share with this person. I do feel like both of you have had experiences in romance that made you feel like you were neglected or abandoned, but you have similar experiences in terms of healing from those moments. And that, I think, really does facilitate a strong bond between the two of you. Again, I think that Nine of Pentacles is both of your energy. Nine of Pentacles being independent, single, and, ready to mingle. We do have the obsession card, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. I think this is the person's feelings for you. They start to fall before you start to fall. And that's why this reading is like, don't you miss out on this, because they might misread you and think that you've decided you're not interested, or you might misread them. We've got apology, forgiveness, return, sorry, and lusting, forbidden, non-committal, and sexual energy. So for some of you, you may be more comfortable connecting to somebody in a physical way versus being comfortable with that emotional. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you might be kind of leaning on this as opposed to being willing to let somebody in emotionally. And I feel like you're going to end up apologizing and saying, I'm sorry, I probably made things a little bit more physical. Let's pull it back a little bit because I want to be comfortable being emotional with you as well. Because this is somebody who wants to be emotional with you. They want to be there for you when you go through stress. They want to ease your day. This is a very considerate person. But you are conflicted. You are showing up as hot and cold. So this person's trying to figure you out. They want to know whether or not they should pursue you more. But they're a little bit nervous that maybe you're too withdrawn or not quite healed yet. So this is saying, open up, baby. You gotta, yes, you may feel comfortable with the physical intimacy or being close to this person, but you got to open up and you got to show them that you're interested in them, or they may decide they need to keep it moving. They do feel like you've done quite a lot of healing work, but they're concerned that you might still be the type that runs away. So take off the tennis shoes, stay a while. If you want this person, you better let them know. This is What's the News. Hello, Aqua Beauty. What's going on? Oh, nobody needs to raise. What else? Cuffing season, single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. They are ready for a relationship. They have gone through a pretty significant awakening, and their understanding of emotional connection is better than it ever was. They feel more confident now that they can actually be where they want to be with somebody that they want. And they see you and they're like, yes, that I want that one. They're great. They feel really comfortable around you, but they're nervous that you may be the type to just want a little bit of a friends with benefit or a situationship, or you'll connect with them briefly and then poof, you're gone like a fart in the wind. They think you just want a sneaky link, and that's not who you are. Come on now. Just show them you have a few emotions. Show them you have a soft, gooey center. Otherwise, they're going to red flag you. They're going to think that you aren't actually serious, and they want a relationship. So we have fuego, chemistry, intense passion. Things are heating up. So I love you, but you got to be able to show your ability to connect in other ways. All right. Let's get a few from the Hidden Truth Oracle. What else do we have? I can't reach out. You broke my heart. You let me down. So this feels to me like what still needs to be resolved. There could be something you still need a little bit of closure on from your past before you feel ready to pursue something with this new person. The I can't reach out makes me feel like there's a no contact X where you may still be wondering if that person is going to come around. And you're going to have to choose. Do you want that, or do you want this person in front of you who is interested? Because I feel like you already know this person from your past isn't interested in doing right by you, or does not feel the same way that you do. Yeah. So this seems to be, sorry guys, this is one of those readings where it's calling you out. It's saying you might still think that someone from your past is going to come around, and that may inspire you to kind of slow walk it with this person who's freaking legitimate. Like, they want you and they want to be good to you. So should I get off the pot? Sorry. Guess that's not very nice for a Sunday. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I'll be back shortly for another one. Just gotta, I don't know, eat like a breakfast bar or something. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Love you guys. Toodles. Oh, hi, Steven.